next speaker would be Mrs. Maryam Moazenzadeh. She's also a human rights activist and the speaker of Mr. Kazemeni Burjerdi. He is in jail right now. Mrs. Moazenzadeh speaks about Mandela rules, which are far from reality in Iran. Greetings. Upon the Mandela rules, the UN standard minimum rules for treatment of prisoners, the Prisoners Authority, and then on top of them the authorities of the state must prepare the least minimum standards for prisoners so that they be treated with dignity and they are not too fast, sorry. So that they be treated with dignity and not harassed in prisons. In contrary, in prisons of Iran, the authorities don't take care about these rules, but also prisoners are put under harassment by purpose. And they are deprived of their basic human rights. And because of the very inhuman situation of the prisons, they use this situation of prison as a kind of torture of prisoners. The prisoners of conscience and the political prisoners, that the Islamic Republic of Iran named them the prisoners with specific crimes. The situation is still much worse. These prisoners are deprived of medical care and medicine, and then they are not separated with other criminals. And then the very limited facilities that other prisoners have access to them, they're deprived of all these possibilities as a kind of torture, and this is done intentionally. Our studies shows that there are over 100 prisoners of conscience and political prisoners who are sick and have different kind of diseases. Some of these are very emergency cases, some of them are acute diseases. But these people are also intentionally deprived of medical care so that they are put under pressure, so that they repent and they cooperate with the system. They don't have access to medical care. Some of these people are like Mrs. Mahva Shahriari, Mrs. Maryam Moazenzadeh, Mrs. Rayhan Haj Ibrahim, Mrs. Sadiq Moradi, Mr. Mohammad Nazari, Mrs. Zainab Jalalian, Mr. Arjang Davoudi, and Mr. Khaled Fereiduni. They are all over 8 years in jail. although all these people are sick, they don't become a follow to become medical care outside prison. Also, Mr. Syed Hossein Kazemini Burjerdi, who is an example of a prisoner of conscience who don't have access to the minimum standards of treatment of prisoners, and is in jail since 10 years. His name is also in the list of prisoners who are sick. He has been for 440 days in solitary confinement, which is against the rules number 36, 37, 43, 44, and 45 of Mandela rules. He never had access to medical care during all these years, and has undergone different kind of psychological and physical torture. He's harassed, and his family has been threatened outside the prison. To refresh, these are against the rules 1, 25, and 24. And also against the rule 26. His documents have been also eliminated. His medical documents have been eliminated. He has gone under closed courts, and he didn't have access to independent lawyer. And his sentence has been given to him orally, not written, which is against rule number 7 of Mandela rules. On the other hand, as he was not allowed to have full law, and if we count the months that he has been in prison, he must have been released in March this year. This is against the rules 3 and 5. Mr. Kazemini Burjerdi has different health problems. He has eyesight problems, respiratory diseases, heart diseases, osteoporosis, and also kidney diseases. Upon using the food of prison, which are against the rules number 22, and had very poor quality, and they are sometimes toxic foods also. The food had very poor quality. He has got gastritis as well. And at last, Mr. Kazemini Burjerdi is kept in a ward, which is against the rules 12 until 17 of the Mandela rules. Don't have the health capacity that it should have, and don't have enough place to keep the prisoners. They are not separated with other criminals. And the only bad the only bat that he can use is recorded with cameras. And he has always been protesting against this situation. We hope that all prisoners of conscience and political prisoners to be freed.